We continue, beloved brothers and respected sisters, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls Himself a different name. And the name of tonight, brothers and sisters, is a name where Allah calls Himself Al-Khabeer, the all-aware, the all-aware, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is aware of everything. The word Khabeer comes from the word Khabar and Khibra. The word Khabeer comes from the word Khabar and Khibra. Khabar, as many of you know, is talk or awareness or knowledge. And Khibra is experience. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls Himself Al-Khabeer. To get a full understanding of what Al-Khabeer means, put yourself in this situation. Imagine yourself and contemplate on yourself and remember the old days. A person, brothers and sisters, comes out of their mother's womb, cannot even talk, cannot speak, cannot complain. The only way that babies communicate with their parents is through crying. SubhanAllah, a complete weakness. And this is the reason why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put that mercy in the hearts of their, the parents, because this young child cannot communicate, cannot talk, cannot speak for themselves. And as the days goes by, and as they grow, and as they get older, they begin to speak. And subhanAllah, a person begins to educate himself or herself. They become very wise individuals. But you come to realize that in every state in your life that passes by, you become a different person. A lot of people say, Wallahi, this person changed in the last 2 years. And of course, they're talking about maybe he or she are more learned, or they have different views or different understandings, and they think of that as a negative character. Where in reality, this is something positive. To move on in life, people, for example, when they criticize some mashayikh, they say, oh, this shaykh changed in 2 years. Something had to take place. Sometimes it is the experience and the learning process that takes place which makes this person change. And as you grow, you begin to make mistakes, but you learn from those mistakes and you begin to improve. And you begin to create what you do in life. You begin to do what you do in life and you succeed in it, inshaAllah. But every stage that you go through, you find you perfecting that particular point or your profession. For example, it could be making cars. If you look at the cars in our history, how did cars change? How are cars today? Now they're speaking about Google cars, where cars would drive by themselves. And they're all over there. You'll be surprised if, don't be surprised if you see a car by itself. Don't think it's a jinni driving it. No, it's a Google car where they're experimenting. Let us see these cars if they could rely on themselves and how far technology has come. And subhanAllah, days always change. And you come to realize, as I said, for an example, all the recalls in our cars, it's a mistake. And they recall thousands of cars. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He created the son of Adam, it was complete perfection. Have you ever heard Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala recall His creation? Oh, I'm sorry, one hand was longer than another. Or I'm sorry, I forgot I put his nose on his head. Or I'm sorry, the ears were on the wrong spot. Perfect measurement. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Khabeer. And He tells us in Quran, أَلَا يَعْلَمُ مَنْ خَلَقْ وَهُوَ اللَّطِيفُ الْخَبِيرُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows who He created. He knows the son of Adam. He knows how we move. He knows how we navigate in life. I want to end with this point, brothers and sisters. Since we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows what's best for me and you, why not complete submission? We will never come to realize the wisdoms behind every ruling in Islam. It is impossible. And sometimes we rely on maqasid al-sharia, which is the objectives of sharia or the objective of the ruling, that the purpose behind this ruling is this and that. And we rely on that so much, and suddenly science proves something else, that it wasn't true. And then we have to prove to people that no, we didn't mean, that we addressed that, that we agreed fully with that scientific fact, but days had to change because we relied on science so much. But when it comes to ruling, which is okay, which is okay. It is accepted Islamically. It is permissible. To give you an example of what I'm trying to say, is one time we were in a convention, and then you had many people that were speaking about, even if you look at our tradition, our fiqh tradition, when they speak about the reasoning behind the female after taking a divorce, the 3-month period, why does she wait for 3 months? And if I ask most of you here, a lot of people would answer what is culturally known and what is accepted in our tradition, and it is very famous in our tradition, which is istibra' al-rahim, to make sure that she is not pregnant. And you find this in our books. This is not something new. But subhanAllah, now you can go, a lady could walk to Rite Aid right here down Square Lake and Woodward and take a pregnancy test and come to realize that she's not pregnant. Why not move on? Why not go to the hospital and take more, sophisticated exams to make sure that she's not pregnant, and it ends there? So to justify every ruling with this and that, it really closes the doors of understanding, accepting what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is ordering us to do. So when someone asks me, why the 3 months? The simple answer is because Allah wants her to wait for 3 months. This is Allah's ruling, it's not mine. I can't justify why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told me this, but I need to tell you it's 3 months. Why does Allah, as we recited a few days ago, why does a lady wait of a period 4 months and 10 days when the husband passes away? Why not 11 days? Why not 12 days? Because Allah set that limit. And to be honest with you, brothers and sisters, this brings, this sense of tranquility in our hearts when we do any actions and we find ourselves confused to say, أَلَا يَعْلَمُ مَنْ خَلَقَ. Allah knows whom He created. He knows what's best for me. He knows what's best for you. And certain things in Islam, it is okay to ask why and how. It is permissible to know the reasoning behind it. But through all of this, brothers and sisters, in the journey of seeking this knowledge, have the concept of sami'na wa ata'na, because Allah knows what's best. The name of tonight is Al-Khabeer. Again, Khabeer comes from ilm, from knowledge, and also experience, which makes a person aware of everything that surrounds him or her. Jazakumullah khair wa sallallahu ala sayyidina.